Hello and welcome to the Maharashtra Brief, where we get you all the top stories from Mumbai and Maharashtra. If there's any news, important news from Mumbai and Maharashtra that you've missed throughout the day, then you can tune in to the Maharashtra Brief on NDTV's YouTube platform. On the show tonight, we're looking at whether illegal migrants from Bangladesh or illegal Bangladeshi infiltrators can actually have an impact on the BMC elections. Also on the show, to counter the Marathi pride issue that's being pushed by the Thakres in the BMC election, the BJP brings a replica of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's Jagdamba Sword to counter the narrative of the Thakres. Now also on the show, we'll be looking at this story from Bhandara, where an NCP SP candidate found the name missing from the EVM. All of that coming up on the show. Let's take a look at the headlines. Renewed focus on illegal infiltrators from Bangladesh ahead of the BMC elections, as a new study throws light on whether they can affect the results of the BMC election as well. The BJP pushes Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's famous Jagdamba Sword into the election narrative to counter the Thakres' narrative of Marathi pride. An NCP SP candidate in Maharashtra's Bhandara finds the name missing from the EVM. A probe is ordered. The district magistrate takes action. Those are the headlines we are tracking on the show. Now to our first story, and this is an important one. Can illegal infiltrators from Bangladesh, supposedly living in Mumbai, affect the results of the BMC election? That's what a new study that, of course, was released is looking at. And what we're looking at is, of course, a national conference titled Roots and Rights. And that's, of course, something that they're looking at, how these illegal migrants or illegal infiltrators all have fake Aadhaar cards. And to know more about this, let's go across to my colleague Anuj Rayate, who, of course, has a guest with him as well.
Migration has become an important keyword here in India for multiple reasons, be it SIR, be it the treatment of the migrants, or the upcoming civic elections in places like Mumbai, cities which are known for their cosmopolitan climate. And in this backdrop, we have a very important paper that has been released by two people. Firstly, Professor Medha Tapewal, and we also have Souvik Mandal, who played a crucial role in writing this intensive paper, which details down to the nature and in some ways modus operandi of these migration patterns. I have got Mr. Mandal here with me to talk about it. Firstly, Souvik, thanks for talking to NDTV.
Thank you, NDTV, for coming to our program.
It's an extremely intense document. It's a very thick document as well, but as someone who has worked on it, I would want you to condense it and tell us some key highlights that our viewers should know of this paper.
So if you talk about the Mumbai demography, so from 1951 to 2011, there is a huge demographic change. Basically, the religion demography has changed. Hindu has reduced from 88% to 66%, and Muslim has increased from 8% to 21% around. So it is not a natural increase of population, there is something else beyond that. So to capture these dynamics, and the existing literature also talked about the concern regarding the illegal immigration in India as well as in Mumbai. So we have tried to do an analysis and in a quantitative and qualitative method that what is actually going on into Mumbai and what is the pathways of this illegal immigration to Mumbai. Because if you want to come to Mumbai from the Bangladesh, so you have to cross around 2,000 and 2,000 plus Indian land to come to Mumbai. So what was the pathways and how the and who are the people has helped them to come into hand, and after reaching to Mumbai, what they are actually doing here, and in which economic activity they are involving, and what is, because of their coming, what is the social consequences are happening to these cities. And for that, we have finished our final field work, and we have did interview around 7,000 plus people, and among them we have find out 3,014 Bangladeshi people who are staying into these particular cities, who are actually doing overstaying, means their visa has been expired. Very few people are there, and most of don't have any documents, legal documents to coming into this country. So we have tried to find out the socio-economic, political, and as well as security concern into study.
Shavik, also, when such huge number of migrants come to an alien city, they become, in some way or the other, liability on the resources of that city, right? So how is this huge portion of migrants kind of intermingling with the systems like, say, healthcare, education, or banking here in Mumbai?
Yes, so in terms of healthcare and the public benefits, so the former director, Professor S.K. Singh sir, has already mentioned that after retirement he went to issue his ration card, and how the experience he has faced, because there is already his agents are there, they are helping them in lieu of monies and all. And in terms of economic activities, I can just give an example. There are around 25 bank accounts. We have the details, documents and all from Cheetah Camp and Shivaji Nagar areas. Those people are Bangladeshi, so they have made the bank account into Indian bank account, and their transaction is around 20 crore to 25 crores. And after they doing that transaction, there is a current account transaction, they just stopped, closed that account. So as a taxpayer, I know what will be the consequences if we do little something idhar udhar in our bank account. So, but I don't know what, there was no action against through them. But one Indian Muslim also did and complain. And got all the details and complaint copy from him. What is actually going on into this grey economic market to support them for their jobs, for their livelihoods and all.
We are getting close to the BMC elections taking place in less than a month's time. Do you think they will play an important role in determining the results?
Yes, obviously they will play an important role in determining the result, because in Mumbai around 50 to 60 pockets we have tried to cover up and what is going on there. So these people have the percentage of people, means the illegal Bangladeshi and Rohingya peoples, around 70% people has an voter card.
That is according to your study?
Yes, not my study. The sample says that. Okay. So among the 3,014 people which we have tried to cover up, 70% has as in voter ID card of this country. So there are n numbers of Bangladeshi migrant into this country, illegally or few are legally. So the number is not small, the number is huge. So if they are concentrated into these 50 to 60 pockets, so obviously they can influence to the electoral politics of this country at any cost. So recently the SIR is also there, but I don't know how effective it will be, because I think there is no SIR till now in Maharashtra. So if there is SIR before the BMC election, if it is possible, then the chances to influence the electoral politics will be less, but it is very high now to influence the politics.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mandal, for speaking to us. There we heard it very extensively from Mr. Souvik Mandal talking about the findings of his report.
Well, thank you, Anuj, for those details. Now, with the BMC election campaigning picking up, the Thackeray cousins, who are uniting in this election, have made the issue of Marathi pride and Marathi unity a major election plank. And the BJP is looking for ways to counter that narrative. So what is the BJP doing? The BJP has introduced the narrative of the famous sword of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the Jagdamba Sword, which is seen as a symbol of valor, of bravery. And a replica of that sword is now being pushed into the election campaign. The Maharashtra government, of course, has been trying to get the original sword back. Negotiations are on. Even the central government has acted as a guarantor. But the sword definitely has made its entry into the election campaign. My colleague Sujata Dwivedi reports.
As political activity intensifies ahead of the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation in Mumbai, BJP now enters with the symbolic Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Jagdamba Talwar, the sword which was known as the Maharashtra pride. However, the original sword is preserved at the Royal Museum in the United Kingdom, but BJP has now turned out as the sole party which has been able to make the world's largest replica of the Jagdamba Talwar, which is also known for its iconic battles that has been fought. Now, as the Maharashtra's political landscape defines where the Thackeray brothers, who are likely to come together in ahead of the BMC polls, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party that has come up as the flag bearer of the Marathi Manus, where the BJP today came up with a program where there were these flower ceremony that was held along with BJP MLA Ram Kadam, who inaugurated and put forward an exhibition that consisted of several such iconic monuments that belonged to the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj era, and he also welcomed this with a grand welcome of the sword. Now this sword, which is considered as the world's largest replica of the Jagdamba Sword, it is said to be of almost 17 feet long, along with more than 400 of these gemstones that have been inculcated within the sword, which has been kept on public display in Ghatkopar. And this also makes it even more special because the Thackeray brothers has been trying a lot lately to ensure that the Marathi Manus votes in their favor in the upcoming elections, and also giving them a sense of hope that this particular Marathi Manu strategy is theirs, and this turn out to be their part of votes that they deserve. However, it is currently the Bharatiya Janata Party in its strength and in its way to consolidate the Marathi votes, where they have come up with this sword, stating that back then when Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj used the Jagdamba Sword, it was for its battle against the Aurangzeb as well as the dictatorship back then. But this time that the BJP has come up with the Jagdamba Sword and its replica, it is for the very purpose to dominate over and to fight the injustice that used to happen in the municipal corporation for the past many decades, and now to get Mumbaikars free out of the situation. It is the BJP that has come up with this new idea. What remains to be seen is that in this political landscape, how is it that this strategy of the BJP is going to help the party as well as the entire Gadbandhan of Mahayuti, and ensure that the Marathi cadre of the Marathi speaking population votes for the Mahayuti, and it turns out to be that this turns out to be a good strategy in the upcoming civic polls.
Now imagine you're a candidate in an election and you find your name missing from the EVM. That too on the day when results are being counted. This is exactly what came to light in Maharashtra's Bhandara district, where an NCP SP candidate, or from the Sharad Pawar faction, found the name missing from the EVM. A probe has been ordered. The district magistrate has promised action. My colleague Abhishek Avasti reports on this important story.
The recently conducted local bodies election in the state of Maharashtra has revealed BJP as one of the single largest party, and then Shiv Sena of Eknath Shinde, and collectively Mahayuti has crossed 200 marks out of 288 municipal corporation and Nagar Panchayat. But on the other side, opposition was weak, and opposition is leveling serious allegations of irregularities, inaction by election commission. One such important incident has been highlighted from Bhandara district of Maharashtra for Bhandara Nagar Parishad, wherein NCP Sharad Pawar party's candidate name disappeared from the EVM machine when it was opened for counting. This was highlighted on the day of counting, and necessary complaint in a written format were given to election officials. Immediate action was taken. Around 7 election officials responsible were suspended, and 2 were given show cause notice, senior officials, and at the same time the district collector of Bhandara district have assured strict action possible in this entire matter. On the other side, we see how the Sharad Pawar camp of the NCP, the president of Bhandara is alleging a larger conspiracy, and is also claiming that those senior officials should also be, action should be taken against them, because they are also equally responsible for this act, or you can say the way things have turned around over there. And it's a serious thing that how can a name of a candidate be can disappear at a time of counting, this which was being highlighted and got to the notice of election commission by NCP SP of the NCP of Sharad Pawar camp of Bhandara district. So definitely it's a serious allegation, but on an overall, this election have proved that BJP has come out as the single largest party, and somewhere, whether it is NCP, SP or the Shiv Sena of Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, has completely lost its ground, and the Congress party has just made some numbers for face saving in this elections.
Well, that's all we have on the show tonight. Thank you so much for watching the Maharashtra Brief on NDTV's YouTube platform. Remember, if you missed the news from Mumbai and Maharashtra and you want to catch up on what happened in your state and your city, then this is what you should be tuning into. Thank you so much for watching the Maharashtra Brief. For all the latest news updates from India and across the country, keep watching NDTV.